Good evening, I'm Angie Giacoman. Now at 5, a South Florida apartment goes up in flames, leaving more than a dozen families homeless. Gas prices continue to rise. Many people are feeling that pinch. We'll tell you how much more you're paying now. Family members say that Compton's car was struck by a Chevy Tahoe at this Shell gas station. Then they got into an argument and suddenly gunfire erupted. There's not much of an uproar here tonight at Versailles. Most of the people that we spoke to are saying this was an expected change. Demi Moore just walked the red carpet and she tells me this is going to be a gem of a movie. What a way to kick off the Miami International Film Festival. In Miami, I'm Angie Giacoman, CBS 4. 23-year-old Cyrus Manning is finally in custody after terrorizing an elderly woman's home in El Portal. It was supposed to be a peaceful protest. Instead, it turned to a major disturbance, leaving several police officers and students with minor injuries. Looked like a scene out of a movie. But this was real life. Police in protective gear, canines, law enforcement from 3 different agencies surrounding Miami Edison Senior High School after what was supposed to be a peaceful protest turns violent.
The principal himself started grabbing on people, slamming people on the floor, using police brutality. About 15 police officers just came and started pushing us, throwing us on the ground. They was throwing kids on the ground. They got big canines all. They told us that we ain't move. They was gonna tase us.
Police say the protest stemmed from an incident yesterday, where a student was arrested after police say he attacked a school police officer. But students say an assistant principal sparked this incident by putting him in a chokehold.
He could have politely told Watson to go outside. No, he did not do that. He had no business doing that. Like this. In the chokehold.
As the students staged their protest in the courtyard at lunchtime, school police say they became unruly, even throwing things at the officers.
It certainly grew very unruly to the point where our policemen were getting pelted with bottles and milk crates and books and all sorts of objects.
This video from a student's cell phone shows just how chaotic the situation became. Within minutes, up to 70 police cruisers surrounded the area. The school was then put on lockdown. Dozens of students were handcuffed, arrested. Several officers and students suffered minor injuries. This student had his hand cut after he was pushed into a window.
Stitches right now. I gotta go to the hospital.
Parents and students have been handing out this flyer saying they will be having a Justice for Students rally at 6 p.m. this afternoon, demanding answers to questions and freedom of speech for students. In Miami, I'm Angie Giacoman, CBS 4.